It was NFL quarterback Peyton Manning who not so adroitly coined the term idiot kicker during the 2003 Pro Bowl. But Mike Vanderjagt's got nothing on Minnesota Vikings punter Chris Kluwe. All Vanderjagt did was criticize Manning for having a laid-back demeanor in the locker room. Kluwe, he railroaded the institution of marriage. Kluwe didn't just catch it with its head down. He stood over it, taunting it, spewing invective-laden rants at any others who would dare defend the necessity of one man, one woman. Kluwe came off the edge and in ferocious, reckless abandon put the hurt on a... Oh yeah, that's right. Kluwe's no sneaky lay the smack down type of guy out of the secondary. He's a kicker. He's a pose in a gay mag shanking 20-yard punts kicker. An idiot kicker who uses bully tactics in open letters to state delegates. Idiot because he supports so-called gay marriage? No. Idiot because he's made the cognizant choice to take part in the name-calling and shout-down behavior that has become to mark the so-called same-sex marriage movement. And those who hold fast to the traditional and true meaning of marriage aren't standing for it anymore. And it's more than refreshing to see that voices are rising from the rubble of 4 disappointing results in Washington, Minnesota, Maryland, and Maine on election night south of the border. So some folks took a sledgehammer to the institution of marriage on November 6th. Big deal. We know we're in for a fight. We've known all along. And that goes for NFLer Bernard Pollard. You want imposing forces on the gridiron? Bernard's got game on and off the field. Following the disappointing result in Maryland, the Baltimore Ravens defensive back had this to say on the subject of marriage. Quote, "When it's all said and done, there are a lot of guys on this team that stand firmly behind what the Bible says, that a man marries a woman and a woman marries a man," end quote. Of course, a lot of guys is code for most guys. But you wouldn't know it the way the narrative is played out in the mainstream media, huh? Yes, even footballing behemoths can be made to feel that they had better stand down on the issue of marriage. But there are some who choose to be courageous. Before Bernard, there was Burke. Teammate Matt, a hulking Pro Bowl center and Minnesota native, he did not allow himself to be victimized by the vitriol. Burke, the antithesis to Kluwe, with reasonable and straightforward talk, sans potty mouth, laid his stance out on marriage for all to see. Matt Berg made me proud to be a Catholic once again. And I'm left to feel unequivocally that Burke is proud of his church's stance in light of the unfortunate polling results from a fortnight ago. Just the other day, the Vatican announced in an unusually strongly worded statement that it will not give up in its fight to uphold the true meaning of marriage. The Holy See is asking for one thing from Catholics. That one thing is this: courage. Take heart that nothing can destroy marriage. No politician, no activist judge, no vote, no idiot kicker. Those forces will do their best to chip away at this most vital cornerstone to every culture known to mankind, but that's exactly how this game is supposed to shake down, folks. At the end of the day, the most effective game plan will win out. We know there is nothing better for a child than for a child to be loved by his own mother and father. That's the gold standard, even if it means being labeled a bigot. But the game that is currently underway must include the involvement of dedicated, courageous players willing to get their hands dirty. I'm willing to assume the 3-point stance on marriage. Are you? It's time to get Smashmouth on marriage. Figuratively speaking, of course.